All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I will have to salute you, my people in the house. Good evening, good morning, and in any form of how I should greet any one of you in any part of the world, I'm saluting you at the moment. I was a bit forced to come to the platform at this time of the night, just to speak to my people. Well, I know some of you might have been relaxing at the moment, but when you wake up, you might probably see, or maybe I don't know. It depends on whenever you have a time, to check your media to see what's going on. So this will be one of message I just want to pass to all our lovers, all our followers, and all our people that are ready to take it back this year. If you are ready for action, if you are being honest and be truthful, and you are ready to take your life back, you are ready to take the future of your brothers and sisters back, you are ready to take the functional skills and the experience and innovative of all your brothers and sisters back from all these cabals, you will always follow us to get the reality about all the facts that we've been gathered about all these people. Right. There's something actually insinuate me to come up this morning and to have a quick word. I saw the minister of power, works and power. You know, he was interviewed on the TV by one of the white man. I think this gentleman is one of the reporters from BBC in London. According to the story, he has been coming to Nigeria for the past decades. So he's more or less like no in and out about everything regarding the policy and what people felt about what they've got in the past, and the present government we've got now, But when I see the president of Works and Power, he was interviewed, and I was a bit moved. The way he's protecting, he's giving a confidence about this present government of Buhari, that yes, they are doing well, they should praise them, or after all they are moving it, or it will be good, they are not relaxing. These are words of encouragement. He just keep on giving. So I know he's got. This gentleman is a very popular person. That is a person you're going to know. He has have a very good record, in Lagos State. He has been to tenor governor of Lagos. I think, I don't know. Well, to get in general, his political career so far is not bad. Before he's been appointed as a minister, presently in this Buhari government. Well, I'll be honest with you. People that have done well, their name will not be, erased on the record. We cannot forget them. People that are struggling, we know them. People that went there to steal and come out and believe there's nothing anybody can do, we have their records as well. What I know in life, whatever anybody plants is what is going to, whatever anybody sow is what is going to reap. So if you sow a very good seed, you reap a very good, seed over it. And if you sow a very bad seed, you're definitely going to reap the bad seed that you sow. So there's no any magic about it. Any of the government that went there and do the rights or the want of the masses, he will definitely have the praise, and his name will never be forgotten from the book of history. And any of them that goes there, that just think about their pockets and their self-centered and selfishness, embezzlement attitude, we will never forget them as well. So, but the main point about this now is the way Fashola is, protecting this government. The way he's securing what they've done and asking people to praise them, to just praise them. It sounds stupid to me, to be honest with you. What sort of praise? we're comparing the situation of Nigeria to the present situations of the other countries in the world. I mean the civilized country in the world. How big we are, our population compared to the productions of what we are producing, as in attitude, as in economic, in what's it called, improvement, and regarding the infrastructure, regarding the betterment of the people. But it doesn't seem the minister see it in that way. All what he keep on saying is people should praise them. At least they should say, they've done well compared to where they were coming from, or compared to what they met when they get to power. No, I believe it's an excuse. To be honest, I believe it's an excuse, because before any one of them contested for any of this position, they knows what it takes. They know what the situation. As a minister of road, powers and work, you know that we haven't got power. You know the major problems of Nigeria in any government we have so far in the past decade, which is 10 years, is power. Is bad road. You know this thing, but you decided to go, and you decided to go for this challenge and say you want to go for the position. So you should ready to hand the bull by the horn. So it's not that you go there now, you do a little bit, you say fine, we know we have 2 megawatts or 2.5 megawatts that we are struggling with. That's why many people hasn't got electricity. And you get there, you turn it around and it become 5 megawatts in how many years? This is the 3rd years in power. And meanwhile we were promised 20. Where will that 20 come from? And when you should say clearly that when you get there, you're going to be a slow motion man, or you want to do things one after the other, and the more you are doing, people should be praising you. Then maybe we wouldn't have get you there. I don't even know how they select their ministers. No matter what the case, but what we need is action. We need people that can work. We need a drastic action. We need people that, okay, look, for example, I will show you a video of an interview of him. When they interview him, you can see what the white man is asking him. You can see what the question my minister is giving, and the way he keep on parry. Like we say when we play for one more parry boy, people are told for what bring to parry. Okay, it's just dogging the question and twisting it other way around and just say, we do it. We know there's a problem, but we are working on it. How long do you want to work on things? Look at the killings in the northern part of the country. How long is this government want to work on it? The problem you met when you were there, the problem are still there. That's the problem. But you are saying there's an improvement. There might be tiny improvement, but that's not good enough. There's a problem. When you were telling us, you say you're going to deal with this problem, you will resolve it. And this is the 3rd year. This is the 3rd year. We're going to be getting to the 4th year very soon. That's number one. And apart from that, we know the situation of electricity. You won't solve it. You say, we should praise you. Why are we praising you? Because where you are, other civilized countries left you behind. They've gone. We want you to move along with them, not to stay in a position and telling us you are working. It's like somebody that is going to certain you're going to 100 meter. You start from 0. People are walking step by step. Other countries are walking step by step towards their 100 meter. You walk to like 20 meter and you find a hole and you remain on that hole and say you are covering the hole before you start moving forward. Meanwhile, other countries are keep on moving step by step and they were going. But you stand somewhere, you say you are filling the hole. And you will say people should praise you because you find a hole along your journey. You are filling it, so they should praise you. So how long do you want to take to fill a hole? Because other countries left you behind, they've gone already. So what we are saying is that fill the hole quickly. You haven't got that time. So for you to be looking back that people should be praising you and to be thanking you that you find a hole along your journey and you are dealing with it. No, that is absolutely ridiculous. You know there's a hole. You should have checked all these journeys. It's like somebody that want to go and apply for a job. You will check the application form. You check the job criteria. You will check the job spec. The job spec will actually analyze what the jobs will take, what they will expect from you, what are your duties. Then you now sit down and say, can you undo it? Can you do it? Well, if you can do it, that's fine. Then you deal with it. Not that way you get, and that's exactly before you get to position. Before you get to power, you know what we are facing. You know we are suffering from electricity, and it damaged all the businesses. It damaged everyone that might be, running an entrepreneur. All the big organization, the electricity damaging them. Because most of their profit goes on petrol and diesel, and even the ordinary man, ordinary man, how they can't enjoy anything. They have fridge, they have televisions and all these electronics in their houses, but they were all damaging. They are not enjoying anything, and they pay for it. That's the worst thing about the electricity in Nigeria. You will not have this electricity, but either you like it or not, you are going to pay every month. You pay some certain amount of electricity in Nigeria when they bring the electricity bill. Meanwhile, you don't use it. I mean, this is what I can get. And now you come up with, and many of all these ministers travels abroad. They see what the system. But Nigeria always do something. They always leave a chance for a dubious character. They always leave a situation whereby some people will use it, or maybe I believe they actually doing it intentionally. They're doing it intentionally. For example, we have this situation whereby you say there's going to be a prepaid meter. This prepaid meter, you give it to some people, you don't give it to some people. And because they know that if they make sure this prepaid meter circulate to everybody, then there will be a means whereby they'll be able to be collecting some money that we are not meant to be paying. I mean, when they just bring a bills of 10,000. I remember one day in my property back home in Nigeria, and my guard was calling me, Oga, oh, they bring the bill. I said, oh, they bring the bill again. Okay, could you help me check the bill so I can know the amount, and I will transfer it to you to go and pay it. I said, Oga, the bill don't go up. Oh. I said, what do you mean the bill goes up? Nobody is in the house. It's only you. So the bill should not be going. It should remain the same amount, because initially I pay 7,000 every month. It's just for a duplex. And when the building was locked up, it's only the security guy that was using it, and there's a bus cutter. And now, and when I asked him to open the letter to tell me what the bill is, and when he checked it and tell me, he said the bill is 15,750. I can't believe it. Such an enormous increment. For what reason? So I was thinking, why would this happen? But who do you want to tell her? Well, you can't query anybody. And I've been trying as much as possible to get this electric, charge meter. Recharging meter, all this while. Oh, it's not possible. Oh, they haven't got it. You need to go to Alausa. Oh, Alausa is your main branch. Oh, we get to Alausa, whoever you speak to. Because it's either they say they haven't got it at that moment, or they ask you to book an appointment. All these delaying tactics, so that they can get some money. But if you know whoever is in charge of it actually, that's what they want you to do. You call them aside, you give them some certain amount of package, you give them some certain amount of money, and they'll go in and bring it out but we don't need that. If everybody have a prepaid meter, there won't be a means for them to charge you for what you don't use. And that is what they don't want to happen. They don't like that. They did not like that. So I don't know. We still need to be advanced. That's why all these ministers and governments that we have, they are still thinking in the past. That's why Fashola was thinking everything they should be saying thank you. I'll show you a video and see how many times he requested people to appreciate them, to appreciate. After all, you should thank us. After all, you should happy. No. You people need to work more than what we're expecting, because the more amount of money we hearing that people are embezzled, if they use it to do some things that are pending or delayed, then it will be speed up. If your government say is fighting corruption, why can't he deal with it in a positive way? Why can't it deal with it in a transparent way? Why can it not bring a partiality into it? You arrest James, you arrest you did not arrest Muhammadu. You find Momodo and Ojo that they were embezzling the money, trillions of naira or dollars. At the end of the day, you send an arrest for and you send an arrest for Chukunde, and you leave Muhammad Ali. You can't do that. You can't be partial. You can't be segregating. If you want to deal with it and be a good government, you're going to deal with this situation equally and be transparent about it. That is what the somebody fighting. You know this before you get to power. So there's no point you start pretending you don't know. Every one of you know what it takes before you get there. You know what we are running through, through. You know what we don't know what are the problems we are facing. So you should ready. And you know. So there's no point coming us to give us an excuses. This is a third year in power. My brother, I don't know. But we shouldn't listen to all these stories. All these there's excuses, we had enough of it. And we will continue to have it. Because another strategy they were using, they will not complete a contract or do their work at the right time. They leave it for some time. So they will be, because they believe if they leave it far away, they do half of it to make you people believe they started it. And you should be happy if they are doing it. But they will not do it in a certain time. It's only Nigeria I've seen that they never have a time factor, for certain things. If you want to produce a A4 paper, you should know that this A4 paper will take 30 hours to produce 3,000 pieces of A4 paper. That is it. And that is why you see all these white people, that's why they produce all this machine. The machinery needs they got all the calculations of what to do. It's a time. It's until when we recognize time in that country that we can move forward. Time factor in everything we do. You want to take a train from one place to the other, you know the time you're going to jump into the train, or you want to take a bus, you know the time you want to jump into the bus, and you know the time you should land the other side you are going. Likewise, you give somebody a contract. Everything. And that is what I'm saying in one of my episodes. Can you imagine when we have a president, he didn't know the population of the people that is president is a president on? You should know the population. If you have a country is like your house. You have a children you have a 12 children, 2 wives. You should know you have a 12 children. You know you have 4 girls, 8 boys. And the 2 wives. And at the end of the day, you want to make a provision at the end of the day in the Christmas period to buy some. You should know that you are buying 4 shoes for girls and 2 shoes, and the 8 shoes for the boys. You should know. So there's no situation, and at the end of the day, you have to make a provision for 12 people at a certain time. That's exactly. They didn't even know when last do we do the census in Nigeria. They should carry out the census first to know the population. Maybe 198 million, then we should be able to know how do you cater for these people for electricity. What is the probability? There's some scientists, even computer will work it out for you. A household maximum, you're going to have a 2, 3, 4 TV. Let's say maximum of 4 TVs in a building. Maximum 4 TV, big one, which is not every house is going to have it. So we're going to assume how many buildings we have in this country. In a household or family. Okay, we have a family of 198 million, which we cannot. You estimate triple of what you've got. Then you now provide for the triple of the number of what you think you have now. Then how will the people know? And you keep on working on it. And whoever come in, another government come in, will continue to hold. If you have 1,000 transformer or a power generator plant, you keep on building. In 10 years' time, you should build 5 more. Likewise, if you have houses, if you have 1,000 houses, and this 1,000 houses, what is needed out of it is about 800. Then the remaining 200 is just an extra in case of anything. So now your plan is in another 2, 3, 4 years, you are building more, so that the population will never meet up with that. That is what they do in every advanced country. But now at the end of the day, you know what my people will say? They say there's no money, Kosovo. When we get there, we didn't meet anything. But there's money. All this allocation you allocated to yourself, why do you have to? Cancel it. You don't need it. You're not going there for luxurious. A minister, we have about 7, 10 cars. Some of them we have 14 cars. Only one person. That is craziness. If you're serving the people, do you need that luxury up like that? So those where the money is. Excuse me. So my dear brothers and sisters, we got a long way to go, but we need to start from somewhere. People need to check themselves first. Do the job and do it at a certain time. That's the main thing. And this is what Showore is bringing down. We're not going to give you Ibadan to Lagos to Ibadan road contract to you, and it will spend almost 10 years as it is. Throughout all my time of going to Ibadan to Lagos, or during the time of my higher institution, that is how the road is. You know, who know how many lives that has gone on that? Likewise, every other part in the country. There should be a certain time from one place to another. You give it to a contract, maybe Julius Vega or whoever, any other contract. They should want to sign. They have to sign a contract that we are starting in January and it's going to be delivered in December, and pay them off, or pay them in a proportional of agreement. And the deliver should be the target day should be meet up. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, it's just upsetting many things that goes on in that country. You know, it's upsetting, and we can't stand it anymore. Anyway, whatever their story, whatever their excuses, we had enough. We had enough of it, and that is where we are taking it back. We are taking it back. AAC action. AAC action. Take it back. Omoyele Showore for president. My dear brothers, I want you indeed to please don't let these people make us to be carried away. We know what we are doing. If they don't know what they are doing, we know what we are doing. You know? So I will show you this picture quickly. Then you will see what I'm trying to say. Okay. This is it. I found
Recently,
it.
Nigeria was ranked to be the second worst.
You will see the way the minister is twisting these
However, the
ladies.
Nigerian government have given
Twisting them and telling them, you know, they like you to be
ownership and
you be respecting them as if they were helping you. They are not helping you, that's them. Although you have a good record, you turn Lagos State on the song, but at the same time, as a prime minister, you have to do better. It's a big tax. If you know you want to do it, you're going to do it strongly. If you cannot, then you don't.
I know in my own personal experience, I've used my generators somewhat less, but still, there's still issues of power. And recently you said something about TCM producing 7,000 megawatts, and Disco's only being able to generate 5,000. This should distribute 5,000. This issue, this 2,000 that we're saying, that everybody's talking about, how can we distribute this extra 2,000?
I think there are very few quick things I want to say. Your opening sentence, Nigeria ranked whatever, where did those statements come from? Who are the international people who are ranking this thing? I think before we begin to repeat things, we're very careful where the sources come from.
He's a very good defender.
How accurate the information is. Secondly, you say that, oh, you're using your generator less. But you seem reluctant to admit it. When there's progress, say that there's progress. With the same vociferousness with which you complain when there's a problem. I think we must be true to ourselves. Now, that said, I think the point to make is that we have improved on the production side of power. We're generating more. From 2,690 in May to 7,000. We have increased the capacity to transport that power. TCM has grown. In December, when we did the simulation, it was now 7,124 megawatts. The last mile now is the distribution. That has also increased, but it hasn't caught up quickly enough. Now, let me just try and dimension what the problem is. The transformer in probably your area when you moved there 10 years ago, how many buildings were there?
Okay.
So, now when we set up new apparatus and all of that, this studio, this place wasn't here 10 years ago. It's consuming more energy. Have your service providers come to take an inventory? Have you yourself reported? This is the last mile to solve the problem. Specifically, therefore, in answer to your problem, government has approved a distribution expansion program, working with the discos, reconstituting the boards, and hopefully before the end of this year, we intend to take off all of that, some of that power. Then I met with the Manufacturers Association on Monday, again to say, I don't want to hear this story of power is the problem. We're on two sides of a river. On the side where you need it, on the side where I have it. Can we build a bridge across and come and take this power? So these are the things.
So the manufacturers will come and access this 2,000?
Yeah. We're working on it.
The discos, because Morale, you felt she was hesitant about admitting. The discos are not doing exactly, what will I call it? Excellent job. An exactly excellent job. Ikeja disco particularly would distribute power to where Morale stays. And in Amodofin, sorry, that's Alimosho, will have a problem distributed to certain areas. I spoke with the PRO of the area and said, certain areas, they have problems generating their monies because they feel these people cut measures. And rather than put infrastructure in place, like, for instance, give them a prepaid meter, make it easy to access. They make it difficult. I have been unable to access one for my parents who live in Alimosho. And I wonder why you have an investment, you don't want to put in assets that, will help you operate easily.
Right, yeah.
The program and the time constraints does not afford enough opportunity to go into details of it. But let me say that it's interesting that you talk about Ikeja Disco. Just last night, we were having this debate because when I come into town, I go around to some of my old clothes so that I can feel the street level force. And there was a debate. One was saying, no, I live in Ikeja, my service is very good. I had 18 hours regular, but one says, no, Ikeja Disco is not good. One says this is just... Now, we haven't told you that the problems are over.
I don't say it's bad.
A work in progress. And the
but
first
the government
step that I set out very early when I took office was
the
first
all the
roadmap
followers.
was incremental
Some of the
power.
followers might be good.
We are still in that process. Now, that process involves producing more power, making sure that that power is transported, making sure that it gets to everybody. There's still a lot of work to do in terms of auditing who is using what, so that we can predict what you need. That's when we'll get to steady power.
But that should be the first thing to do.
You mentioned the fact that if we don't have prepaid meters, people shouldn't pay. Because you cannot ascertain what is being consumed, and we didn't want the idea of having estimated bill. My parents were in that space and they are still there right now. And because we want to solve the problem, we've been told that to get prepaid meter, we pay 50,000 naira, clear off our debts, and then they would install it for us and we start paying from that. And that is the rule within the area, and that's a word of it. People sort themselves out by themselves. They go and pay and buy the prepaid meter. I want your opinion on this. And two, when you say we shouldn't pay and we obey you and we don't pay because we know that
for the past 2 years I've been lobbying to get one.
Cut off our power supply. Who should we run to in that situation?
I've been lobbying to get one.
Interesting. Let me go back again. You said sometime last year. I remember when this show started and how starry-eyed you all are.
Yes.
And now how much better you have clearly become. And no, I will say it very quickly. I won't pretend like you.
Thank you, sir.
But the point is,
that's why they lie.
This is an evolution. This is
keep
something
on them.
And even in the old NEPA days, many people didn't have meters. We just connected directly. So, and metering people is a daily, complex safety process. I can't meter you if I don't get to your house. I need to come in. I need to come and measure all the equipment that you have. I need to go back and then plot you into
how many hours do you want to go in?
This
is what we are telling you. Did you see how he's thinking? They need to come in to do how many you can go
where you just needed to go and show you. Just listen, please.
That the electricity people
where it's not as complex. Just go and
to ask.
We didn't complete it.
How many
it's just
you
us.
have?
So I won't use that word.
They will just use some certain to get it. How many bedroom have you got? In the standard kitchen what you should have there.
More meters.
In the city you have to have some things.
Because we are working on
and they will give you double or triple of what you say you have. So whatever, even if you have more than it,
I hear your
it will still cover within.
Now that you are in government as a minister, Mr. Fashola, well, you were governor of Lagos State. You made assertion saying that the people in charge of our power sector are bad warriors.
You will twist that. You will not accept that. Especially when you quote him.
to deal with our power issues. You've been in charge of power for over 2 years. And we've fluctuated between 0 to 7,000 megawatts back and forth in a nation that needs over 100,000 megawatts. Are you a Batwayo?
I am happy you asked me this question. And the first question to ask you is, where did I say that?
You said it as a platform, talking to people.
No, I think you should go back. And we must be careful what we repeat. Okay. I chose my words. I spoke at Lekki when I was commissioning the power plant in Lekki. Okay. And what they asked me was, the power plant was dedicated to their water supply and to their street lighting, which was the limit of our participation as a state government. Okay. We couldn't give it to the homes. Yeah. And as I was leaving, the street lights on, the water works working, the residents came and said, Governor, why can't we enjoy this electricity?
Yeah, I think that's him in Lekki.
I can't distribute.
When he says some people are Batwayo,
he's
defending that though.
Yes.
If the disco allows me, we will connect you in 6 months because the power is there. If you want to then twist what I say, I have films, documents of what I said and when I said, and we've dealt with something, what the vice president did say, somebody casts it in another light. I don't repeat what people say. I go and listen to what they said, and then I
full context. So how long will it take for us to deal with the power sector in Nigeria now that you are aware?
In fact, it's good you come back, because first of all, I've walked my talk. I have improved upon what I made.
Okay.
The power production has almost doubled. Okay. The power transmission has increased from 5,000 to 7,000. Even the distribution has gone up from 3,000 to 5,000, and we are making progress. So in the 2 years and few months that I've been there, I've improved on what I met, and I will continue to improve.
There's always this assumption that
you didn't answer that question.
It's difficult to generate power.
You know, how long will it be? You say you're on a journey of repairing or restoring or process of getting things going. How long?
Reduction in gas supply, especially we're getting into the
this is my tenure of my 4 years in office.
I would do, Mariah, if I were you, was to acknowledge first that for a very long time, this is the first time in dry weather that your power is. I think you should say that. No. I think you should say that.
I said,
you say don't be implying. I think that's the way I would ask you to phrase that question.
For the first time in a very long time, we had quite a lot of generators.
Precisely the point. Now the answer is this. Every nation has certain resources. Coal, solar, hydro, and all of that. You have to develop an energy mix. Nigeria didn't have an energy mix until 2016. So we've been very, very dependent on gas. Now, once you break the pipeline,
that's it.
The fuel is gone. The generator is there, because all the power plants are big generators. So once you take out the fuel supply, it won't power. So all of the choices we have made as people, breaking pipelines because we are angry, has consequences down the line. No nation that wants electricity breaks its own fuel supply. So that's one thing that must stop. And happily, the president and the vice president have engaged our brothers and sisters in the part of the country where they are. And I must say, to their credit, we have had stability. Now, so that with gas supply, we can keep the power plants on. We're building the hydro.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good to praise people when they've done things. And this guy has been praised all his life.
Which will give us another 3,000
for a good and fantastic job he's done. While he was a governor of Lagos State. That is a reality, it's a fact.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back,
we should do
we'll continue this. Stay with us.
Recognize that.